Here in the linear quadratic series, simultaneous equations, we have x squared plus y squared equals 24. We have y equals 2x plus 3. That's another equation right there. And we are asked to solve these pair of linear quadratic simultaneous equation. Remember that we can either use the graph or the substitution method. So what we're going to do is oh wait, look, the linear equation is already in function of y already. So then all that we'll have to do is to take this and put it into the quadratic. So we're going to put the second equation, which is the linear, put it in the quadratic, which is the quadratic equation. Alright, so now we have, remember we have y, x squared plus y squared is equal to 24. So anyway we see y, we're going to take out y and we're going to put in 2x plus 3. So we have x squared plus, we took out the y is now 2x plus 3, that is squared, is equal to 24. Remember that when we see something that is squared, it means that a squared means that a gets multiplied by itself. So 2x plus 3 squared means we're going to have 2x plus 3 multiplied by 2x plus 3. We're about to FOIL that in a moment. Alright, so then we're going to substitute that, put all that into the equation and see how it's going to look. So we have x squared plus the y squared, which is 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3 is equal to 24. So we're going to FOIL this now. So we're going to say 2x times 2x, 2x times 3. Then we're going to do 3 times 2x and 3 times 3. Okay? So let's go. We say 2. So the x squared comes down. There's nothing to multiply that by. 2x times 2x, 4x. 2x times 3, it would have been 6x. 3 times 2 is 6x. So 6x and 6x gives you 12x. 3 times 3 gives us 9. So this is what we did. Multiply this by that, then by that. Then after that, we multiply that by that, that by that, and then we simplify. This equals to 24. Alright? So now, remember this now has to go into the quadratic format. Alright? So to do that now, that this 24 had to come over here. So maybe you have to put in the format of ax. So ax first, ax squared plus bx, and then c. C would be any number without a variable. So this 24 came over, and then we're going to simplify. So we said x, 1x plus 4x, we got 5x. 12x is by itself, so I put it here. Then we have 9 minus 24, which is minus 15, that's equals to 0. Now from here, you can either decide to use split in the middle term, the quadratic formula, completing the square. But if you notice, if you try to use split in the middle term here, the dot method, 5 times 15 is going to give us 75. So sit down and try to figure out what two numbers I multiply them by, give me 75 and when I add them I get 12. Might be a bit tedious. So my recommendation is that we solve using the formula. The formula, the quadratic formula, says that x is equals to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now, how do I know who's who? Remember, the a is the number that goes with the x squared, b will be the number that goes with the x, and c is the constant, which is the natural number that's by itself. Alright, which means that a is 5, number with the x, b is 12, number with the x, a goes with the x squared, b goes with the x, and c is just a number that has nothing at the side. Alright, so we're going to substitute. Alright, so we're going to substitute. So we have b, so minus b is 12, plus or minus the square root of b, which is 12, squared minus 4 times a is 5, and c is 15 over 2 times a, which is 10. Alright, so all we have to do now is just apply a little bit of math right here. So we're going to say 12 squares, 44, 144, 4 times 5, 20, and 20 times 15 is 300, and 2 times 5 gives me 10. So our next line is minus 12, plus or minus the square root of 144, 12 times 12 is 124, 4 times 5, that's minus 20, and minus 20 times minus 15 is positive 300. So this will be the minus right here. Alright, that's minus positive 300. Alright, so what we're going to do next is that we're going to add, the 144 and 300, 4 and 0, 4, 4 and 0, 4, and 3 and 1, 4. So we can get 444. So that's what we did on that line right here. We have our 12 plus or minus 144 over 10. We're going to use our rule, our calculator to find the square root of 144, and that should be 21.07. I just run it off to the nearest whole number. So x is equals to minus 12 plus and minus 21 over 10. Now because we have the plus and minus, that means that x is going to have two values. So what we did, we're going to separate it. So on this side, we have minus 12 minus 21 over 10. That's one possible value for x. The second possible value is minus 12. Now we're going to use a plus 21 over 10. So on this side here, we know that same signs we add. So over here, we're going to get, when I add 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, so we get minus 33 over 10, and we divide that by 10, we get 3.3. On this side, we have minus 12 plus 21 over 10, we get positive 9, and positive 9 divided by 10 is 0.9. So, because we have the values for x, now we're going to find the values for y. So, remember this y right here is equals to 2x plus 3. So if the first x is equal to minus 3.3 that we found over here, what is y going to equals to? So it'll be 2 times minus 3.3 plus 3. So we get 2 times minus 3.3 gives me minus 6.6. We're going to add that to 3. So over here we get minus 3.6. Over here we have 2, which is multiplied by 0.9 plus 3. 0.9 times 2 is 1.8 plus 3, we got 4.8. Alright, so the solution for this problem here is when x is equal to minus 3.3, y is equal to minus 3.6, and when x is equal to 0.9, y is equals to 4.8. I hope this video was useful.